Hey, this is Chad with homeschoolwebmaster.com. And I've got a couple guys that have said they're going to start going through this with me. And the first guy's name is Jeremiah. He lives in New Zealand. And he wants to learn Drupal and go back to Ethiopia and use his skills to help his country continue its improvement for modernization. And I hope I'm saying that right for you, Jeremiah. And also, he wants to eventually make a living on the web or doing web design and things like that. So he's going to go through this with me. And also Mark in India, he's wanting to learn web design also. And so we're going to walk this together. It's going to be me, Jeremiah, and Mark. And we're going to start out together on this thing. I know there's other people I've been talking to. Join in, let me know, and let me know when you join the class here. Well, I want to talk to you about two things on this first lesson. We're not going to get into Drupal today, but these are two important things I want to just mention. First of all, is we're going to learn a business site. Now, some of you I know want to do church design or nonprofit organizations. You want to do that for them. And you might be saying, well, I don't want to learn business, but I want to learn these nonprofit style sites. I don't want to learn business. But let me say this. Nonprofits are very, very hard, for example, a church, to measure the success. First of all, you have a limited membership in a church or a nonprofit organization. And sometimes you're not going to get a whole lot of traffic for those sites. And the second thing is that there's not very measurable. I mean, if there's no money flowing there, how do you measure if you're a success or not? And granted, there's more to life than money, but I think Jesus used things of this world to illustrate spiritual principles. And I want to use a business site to illustrate what it takes to be successful in web design. And then you can take those principles now that you understand, because you can measure a secular site or a business site. You can measure it. You can take what you learn and do it better on a church site or a nonprofit site. So we're going to be focused on business, but the things you learn will be applicable. Let me read you a verse here. I think Jesus uses verse to illustrate, worldly things to illustrate spiritual things. There was a rich man who had a manager, and the latter was reported to him as wasting his possessions. And he called him and said to him, "What is this I hear about you? Render the account of your management, for you can no longer be my manager." And the manager said to him, "What shall I do? Because my master is taking away the management from me. I am not strong to dig, and I am ashamed to beg. I have decided that what I will do, so that when I am removed from the management, they may receive me into their houses." So, summoning each one of his master's debtors, he said to the first, "How much do you owe my master?" He said, 100 measures of oil. He said to him, "Take your bill and sit down quickly and write 50. Then he said to another, "And how much do you owe?" And he said, 100 measures of grain. And he said to him, "Take your bill and write 80. And the master praised the worldly manager because he had acted prudently, because the sons of this age are more prudent in their own generation than the sons of light. And I tell you, make friends for yourself by means of worldly mammon, so that when it fails, they may receive you into eternal dwellings." And so here's a story of a guy that understood secular things, and he was able to make a spiritual advantage out of it. And Jesus is using a secular story here to make spiritual application. So I want to do the same thing. We're going to take a secular style site, and we're going to make application to it, to a church or to a spiritual type site or to a nonprofit organization. The second thing I want to talk about today is I want you to take some time and think about your schedule. It's very important in this style business that you're consistently, daily doing this. For the sake of your mind learning, you're going to find yourself dreaming about this stuff because you're going to be so engrossed in it. You're going to be learning it. So you need to do it every day. You need to set up a routine. Now, let me tell you my routine. I get up at 4:44 every morning, 7 days a week, and I just pick 4:44. It could be 4:45. I don't know why I picked 4:44, to be honest with you, but I get up at 4:44. I take my shower, and then I'm usually out the door by 5:30, and I go and I work. I usually read different things on blogs or different things on RSS feeds and stuff from 5:30 to 6. And then from at 6, I go to a store called Brahms and I get some eggs, water, and coffee every morning. And once I get done with that, come back and I start work, and I work from then until, however long it takes me to get done. And that schedule has kept me consistently doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I know every day I'm going to be up at 4:44. I'm going to go get a bite to eat, and then I'm going to start working. And it's amazing because my body has accepted it. And I'm more disciplined because of it. And I do it consistently, and I get results consistently. Prior to that, it would be sporadic. Some days I get up later, so whatever. It's very important to establish your routine. Now, your routine to do this study may be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but do the exact same thing every day. Take a walk. Go take a walk, come back, and then that's your time to work. Or eat a snack, get a drink, do the exact same routine as you're getting ready. And what this is going to do is tell your mind, mentally say, hey, it's time to work. And you're going to be a lot more focused if you do it every day at the same time and you do it for the same amount of time. So work out, dedicate yourself to a daily working schedule. And also set up a ritual for it. I know that sounds funny if you've never done a ritual, if you're not that type person. Trust me, I'm not that type person, and it works. So highly recommend that. All right, well, I don't have anything web design to share with you today, but this is very, very important stuff. The routine thing is absolutely vital. So take stock of your day, see what you can do, set up your schedule. If it's every other day, just make sure you do the same thing, do a ritual type thing before, whether that's walking, whatever that ritual is, and then go right into the studies. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.